Here we are on the 1st of December, approaching Christmas, and just beginning to ponder the greatest gift of all. Christmas was always a bit tough for me, not because I lacked anything, for I did not, but because I wanted it perfect, especially for me. I had exciting thoughts of certain gifts. My brother and I often got similar things because we were close in age in order to keep the peace. But that didn't stop me from lobbying for over-the-top gifts, like bikes and pool tables. I must have been hard to purchase for. And later for our own family, I too would want things to be perfect, and I was never quite satisfied with all our gift giving. Poor Rula would have to put up with my last-minute idealistic ideas to make Christmas somehow perfect. Even at work, I've always pushed for the perfect and have managed to irritate a number of bosses in my drive to create both largesse and autonomy for myself and others. I recall one of my bosses saying to me in exasperation when I was arguing with him one day, "Elliker, what do you want? What do we want? What are we lacking so much for that we cry out for it through various means?" Today's gospel gives us a picture worth pondering as we approach Christmas. A blind man hears an approaching stirring crowd, and he asks, "What's going on?" They tell him Jesus of Nazareth is coming. Now, he must have heard of Jesus and his miracles, and he begins to cry out loud for all to hear, and likely because he did not want to miss this moment. "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Now, we recognize this prayer as Orthodox Christians. It is the Jesus prayer, or the sinner's prayer. And in it is contained the wisdom of salvation, that he is God, that we are sinners, and that we need his mercy for salvation. The crowd tells him to be quiet. They may be embarrassed at his loudness or his uncleanness, and they may view it as an irritant to their ability to pay attention. But he does not stop. He repeats his demanding prayer, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus stopped. Jesus stopped. Can you imagine God stopping for us? He's a very busy person. And to think he stopped. He commanded that the blind man be brought to him. And then he asked, "What do you want me to do for you?" Are you ready for that question? We cry out to God in our prayers and our lives, and then one day he says to us, "What do you want me to do for you?" What is our answer? I thought about this for a moment in the middle of the week. I wrote down in a stream of consciousness that I wanted, quote, time to help others, and time to write, and time to think, which of course leads me to, I want more time. Now, this is an odd request because we don't control time. It's beyond us, and likely the real reason I'm so stressed is that I don't know how to say yes and no to the right thing. But at a deeper level, maybe it's the right request. It's just that my concept of time is wrong. Back to the blind man. What did he want Jesus to do for him? He said to the Lord, "Let me receive my sight." This is what he wanted. This is what he had been missing, likely for his whole life. This is the empty chasm that he found. At that moment, when he asked for that, is that the same thing that we have to ask for? That we may see. Because in essence, when we ask for time, it's to stop and see what is right in front of us. So may we ask this Christmas season to stop and to say to the Lord, may we receive our sight, to see what is truly right in front of us, not to forget the things that we are grateful for, the family around us, the people that have meant the most to us, the people that we've forgotten about, and the things that matter. May we remember before God to stop and to see. And may we, like the blind man, be able to see when the moment comes for you this week, and even today, and he stops and he asks you, what do you want me to do for you? What will you ask? May our first prayer be, Lord, let me receive my sight and see what is right in front of me. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.